choice, the path, the reality. I can know it. The faith, the risk, the call, the uncertainty. I can hear it. The doubt, the lies, the truth, the cries. I'm trying to be who I'm meant to be. I'm lying in the field prepared for me, but I'm dying to move beyond belief, and on and on and on I go. I can trust in your plan, the dream, all that you've shown me. I get lost and feel the time to slide, the jump into obscurity. Did I miss it? Did I fail to realize your care for me? I don't get it. Is it faith or is it just up to me? I'm trying to be who I'm meant to be. I'm lying in the field prepared for me, but I'm dying to move beyond belief, and on and on and on I go. I'm trying to be who I'm meant to be. I'm lying in the field prepared for me, but I'm dying to move beyond belief, and on and on and on I go. Yet on and on and on you go.
Well, hey everyone, hope you are doing well. Hope you are sipping on some coffee and enjoying your day today. Just wanted to pop in here for another edition of Beans and Beats, kind of just a creative office hours for the Christian creative. And my hope is to just give you a peek into my day as I'm working on things and as I'm working on creative projects for churches, for individuals, for my own projects, to bring you into that process, to answer any questions that you might have, as well as just share a little bit about what we're doing to partner with creatives in 2025 and all those things. So if you're watching, drop a comment below where you're watching from. If it sounds good, if it looks good, tell me what your thoughts are. If you're watching over on Instagram, I want to invite you to come over to YouTube and check it out, because it's just a better experience, especially as we kind of switch into different parts and segments of Beans and Beats. You'll just kind of get a better idea of what I'm trying to do here, which is to resource creatives. So gonna kind of get into it today. My hope is gonna be to just create a couple of different loops. I have a couple ideas, have the saxophone back there if we want to see the saxophone brought out today. If you do, drop a comment, let me know. Also have a couple different shots, always willing to like share the screen, the inside of things, but also want to be able to, I think I can get it. Nope. Other facing the other way around, maybe. Let's see. Oh yeah. Nice. Nice. There we go. Glad we got that all worked out on stream. So now I'll be able to come over here and you'll be able to see a little bit of my process as I play electric. And so this is kind of where I'm going to start today, actually. And just lay a little bit of pad down. Maybe a prelude for your morning coffee. Nice. I liked that. That can be a little loop. Always Minnesota mango juice. It all looks good and sounds good. Good. Glad. Let's add a little keys to this small loop. And then we'll get into it. See, ask any questions you have. I'm not sure I want to go that synthy. That's too much. Way too much. Yeah. This feels very similar to what we were doing last week. So maybe I'm just in an E mood, which I guess we could open it back up, but let's not try to do the same thing. So to avoid doing the same thing, let's think through some sounds. That could be fun. Ooh, I got an idea. Let's do a little King's Climb. Don't love that. Let me see if I can find a... Ooh! I feel like that's way too much. Yeah, let's do that. Let's forget the guitar. We warmed up with a little prelude. So let's change up the tempo. Yeah. Yeah. That felt nice. Let's... Let me take this one. Yeah, let's add some little funky guitar sounds. I don't really like that reverb on it, though. Let me... Yeah. Ooh. Let's just change the preamp on that. There we go. Huh. I'll sing it. Let's take the delay off for a second and get a clean take. Nice. That will do for now. Cool. Let's see what we got here. So I did like that. What up, MJK? Ha! Sick. So I think it was right there is what I wanted. Yeah, so we'll drop that guy right here. A little more funky mood. What? Whoa. Did I do the wrong one? Let's reverse. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Oh man, my brain is not functioning today. Those drums are so loud. Oh, I'm oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Y'all. I was sitting here duplicating the wrong thing. I don't know why. Oh my gosh. So for those that weren't tracking, I totally was copying the wrong track, the drum track, instead of the guitar track. You know, things happen in our creativity. We just hit a roadblock and our mind starts not working. Yes, MJK. It is the Arturia synth, but it's the Analog 5 bundle. So the whole deal. It's a great synth. I think the sounds in it are great. Maybe I need to hydrate with some water. So some of the topics I have, I'm going to talk about YouTube a little bit today. And I'm also going to talk about some other creators that I think you should follow as a Christian creator, and kind of what you should be looking at, and even some churches, like what you can be looking at. So if you have a church friend or a church, a church, tag them in the comments here. Send them a link to the stream, because I'm going to be talking about how churches can use media to kind of impact the community around them as well as their congregation. And I'm going to kind of pull from some tactics from a very large YouTuber that we all know, Mr. Beast. And so I'm going to be talking about him and just some of the things that I've been watching him do, and just some of the things that he's done that I think churches can learn from. So I'm going to dive into that a little bit later. So share the stream with a friend, invite somebody to come hang out with us. If you're watching on Instagram, head over to YouTube and check it out, because I'm going to be doing that. And then also I'm going to do a resource rundown of just some simple. So yeah, so I want to just take a second, and we will continue to work on this beat. But if you haven't already, go ahead and hit subscribe, and we can continue together. All right, let me, one of the things you want to do always, just a note to those that are creating, one of the things you always want to do is you want to record a clean track with like any effects or delay, at least the tone you want, just in case you have to go through and reprocess something. It's helpful to do that. And so whenever you want to do that, you want to go ahead and take a track, record it separate of any of your processing, so that you can process it later. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to jump in here and process that electric guitar riff that we had just right here, because I have some effects on it, right? You get to hear my rough playing, but ideally we'll just kind of take a little bit of a delay. Maybe I kind of want to make it a little bit wider, so I might even go with a stock one from Ableton in their Echo, because I'm running Ableton Live 11. And it would be here. Let's do a little vintage modular. I like the Flutter one, but I think I want a smacked. Yeah, this guy. Let's give it a little bit more feedback. It's a little too short for me. Sorry, everybody, about your ears. You know, I actually liked my delay better. But let's do this one. I actually didn't even like that guitar take. I'm redoing it. Oh my gosh. Why do I suck? Let me punch myself in. I'm just not good today. There, that was better. Let's do a little acoustic. All right. I kind of like the acoustic. I also realize right, let's track some acoustic. We'll take this vocal mic and record it too. Realizing that that's super powerful, it seems. So let me record a couple takes as well without recording. Check. Yeah. All the mistakes today. We will run with that. We'll run with that because, you know, today's just not my day, I think. But let's hear how that sounded, because I was getting a lot of signal through it, so I'm curious if I was blowing out the ears. Let me know on stream if it just like sounded wild. Let's listen back. let's do this. I want to do like some like twinkly. Let's just MIDI map that right there. Just see what happens. Gonna start dragging sounds. I like that. We'll go with it. Just making layers. How y'all feeling today? I don't know how this ended up so happy. It started so somber.
When I think about anything,
Yeah, let's lay down some vocals.
I see you, feel you around.
I was kind of doing it 8 bar, 16 bar thing, I think. Let's see. I liked I think this one.
Everything. Think about it. Every moment I see you, feel you around. Even when I don't hear it.
Then I liked this part, I think. Maybe.
I won't do anything about me. Da 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 da, go go. I'll stand. I'll stand. Everything.
Oh, I kind of like that. All right. So now we got a vocal part. Let's add a little processing. Actually, I just want just a little bit of like well, yeah. Let's go into processing vocals. So, one of the things I think I actually recorded a lot of the processing, so I can kind of show you what I have on there now, which is just this preamp, this UA Unison preamp, with a little bit of the boost on the high end. Then, you can't even see it. Let me. Boom. So this is what I'm running right here for my preamp, and again, this is what I'm just going for the live stream. I did record that, and then I have a limiter on it, just on a vocal preset that I have here. So it's just kind of like really just catching the high ends in case I really kind of lay into it. I don't want to overdo it. But yeah, there you go. And then.
Everything.
I think that's gonna be better.
When I think about it, da 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 da. When I think about all you, when I think about the grace you made, when I think about the way you free. When I think about the way you're feeling.
Yeah, I think that's just gonna be a better take.
When I think about the way you're feeling, I'll stand.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, there we go.
When I think about the way you're feeling, think about it. Da, da, da. Every moment I see you, feel you around. I won't do anything about me.
I don't really like that melody, but we'll rock with it.
When I think about the way you love me.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too, Stanton. That's a great one. Co-writing on the stream, love it. When I think about the way you love me, that's a good one. Good line. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like it's very heavy, happy. So you could do the.
When I think about the way you love me.
Yeah, I like that. Let's lay it down.
When I think about the way you love me. When I think about the way you love me.
I can do a better one.
When I think about the way you love me. When I think about the way you love me. Think about. I think of the way you love me. I love me. I think think about the way you love me. Think about the way.
So usually when I like to write, so if I'm going to talk about when I think about the way God loves me, what do I think about, right? I think about overwhelm, because of just how undeserving, really, and how often I don't even like reciprocate that love, and so I don't want to just go the natural direction of like happiness, but maybe even like taking the direction of when I think about the way you love me, I think about the ways I fail to. Interesting. Let's think about this. Co-writing on the stream with the chat. So yeah, let's talk about this for a second. So when I'm trying to build out lyrics and when I'm trying to think through what I'm gonna say and the melodies, I don't always start with a lyric. I will vocalize melodies a lot of times, and then I'll find a phrase that fits within it. And then once I find that phrase inside, I can then begin to build ideas off of, because I'm always collecting little words and little melodies on my notes app, or just like thinking about things. And so you can kind of take those ideas and begin to synthesize them this way if you're not naturally like gifted with words like I am, like, or really just gifted with like the words that are like succinct, you know, because like some people can just like say big concepts succinctly. I tend to ramble a lot, and so then I have to like edit it down. And so sometimes melodies and actually chomping down on melodies really help me kind of solidify this. And it's just, I think it's a way of kind of exercising that muscle and allowing you to just write lyrics in a different way. It doesn't always have to be that way. So obviously, like, we're starting with this like a very rhythmic thing, which leads to I think about the way, and I was kind of already vocalizing that. Then we got chat recommended I think about the way you love me. And I think an easy way would be to say, hey, I'm going to go a traditional direction with this and say, I'm going to go like a happy, when I think about the way you love me, I'm just so overwhelmed, because especially with the music this way. But sometimes it's good to challenge and like even like provide contrast, because it draws the listener in even more. And so I think I want to go like thinking about the way that God loves me, in the sense that I'm overwhelmed with my inability to keep up and inability to even return it. And it's just overwhelming. And even though I fail, he continues to be faithful. So I just want to kind of massage that, because I like this melody, but I don't want to go the generic way of just straight into that side of things. So I'm down to keep chomping at this, though. But I'm liking, how are we feeling about it? Yeah, Daniel says I see that sax in the background. Yes, you do. Maybe we'll lay some down. We'll see. Share the stream.
I see you, feel you around.
It's had a little bit of delay.
I won't do anything about you.
I don't really like that melody.
I won't do.
That's too much. So let's think through this. I want to cut that.
I won't do anything about you.
I do like that turnaround. So let's just strip this right here. Maybe. Let's try. Yeah. So yeah, so now we end with I stand, so I think that can even inform some of our lyric writing too. So if we're starting with when I think about the way you love me, but I know I want to turn it into some sort of like reflection on my inability to keep up, but he returns with his faithfulness, so I'll stand on it. Right? So that already we have an idea. We just got to work it out in the lyrics. So let's keep rocking, keep thinking on it.
When I think you will, when I think you will, oh, I will stand. When I think about, when when I see that you're, when I see, when I'm mine. I don't know what to do. But I do that da da da. I think that just makes it less chunky, especially since we just had a chunky kind of verse. We want to slim it down. Slim it down. When I think about the way you love me, think about it. Every moment I see you, feel you around. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I'll stand. I'll stand. When I think about the way you love me, think about it. Every moment I see you, feel you around. It's a new one. We just made it on stream now, Dan. But we're vibing. Do I want it to be that cheesy though? I don't know. All right, let's get some saxophone on here.
Let's see how that sounded. I really need Dan gassing me up in the chat. I really appreciate it. All right, let's see. So I know I got a couple takes here. Oh, I should probably save this. Still is untitled. All right, chat. We are now at the point in the stream where I've forgotten to save up to this point, and so I need your thoughts. I need your prayers, and I need your title suggestions. So if you can drop a title suggestion for this little thing that we have going here into the chat, and let's brainstorm together. Let's brainstorm a little bit. What can this be? Also, while you're here, go ahead and subscribe. I don't know why this chat isn't. There we go. So yeah, let's think through this and then we can talk about some things. So while I wait for I won't save yet until I know a good title. So I'll just sit here and I'll edit that saxophone because I know I think I had a harmony in there. Yeah, that'd be sick. I like that idea. So Dan said, throwing out the idea of transitioning, breaking into a nasty 16th note bass lick. That'd be sick. I just have to be able to play one. Or we'll add it when you're here. Or send one in. We're in the key of E. 180 BPM. All right. Let's see. So I know I had a thing in here. Also, let me know when I should jump to sharing more about creators, or if you have any questions, or just share the stream with a friend. Here to help as many people as I can and creatives as I can. And so this stream is just one way of doing that, kind of sharing the process. Let me figure out where that part was. Oh no, we've made a mistake. Oh, Stanton's first one in. Reflection of your love, like that. The way you love me, like that. We've made a mistake. So, fun fact, on this system that I have, so I'm running into my universal audio interface into my desk. And when you do that and you run it through Ableton and all these things in Ecamm, and you're trying to do all these things at once, you have to route your audio a certain way. And so I actually had it routed through 1 and 2, and I didn't check my inputs, and I actually just recorded input 1, which is not what I wanted. So I have to re-record that, re-record some saxophone. So let's do it. Let me go back to here. Might as well delete all that because that was trash. That's useless. And make sure this is on the right input, which is 3. And now we'll start over. Maybe I need some water and not coffee to slow down. I'm gonna not bother with playing around. Yep, that's what I want. Drag that down. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go back to screen share. Sorry about that, but that was a pretty tight shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go. Let's see how that sounded. I think it's this one actually. Heck, yeah, that's it. Let's pan them a little bit. I kind of want to make that longer. Reflection of your love. Yeah. Oh yeah, we still haven't saved this. Yeah, I like that. Let's just call it reflection. Yeah, we'll do just seeds. All right, now let's do this. Now I want to extend. I want to take this section. Just slice it off real fast. Just double it. Double. I think that'll give it just more time to breathe. So think of this as like a whole verse. No chorus, just instrumental. All right, now we have to add that harmony for the vocal.
I'll stand.
Vox. Sorry, Vox 2.
I'll stand.
Still on the wrong input.
I'll stand.
Yeah. I'll just do the I'll stand. It'll be too much.
I'll stand. I'll stand. I'll stand. I'll stand.
Do I want to?
I'll stand. I'll stand. I'll stand.
Yeah, let's. Might as well.
I'll stand.
Always with the input. Dang.
I'll stand. I'll stand. I'll stand. I'll stand.
Da 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 da. No.
I'll stand. I'll stand.
Yeah, I like that. I really like this. This is a vibe. Cool. So yeah, I'm curious. Curious what you guys think. I like the vibe. Do we think this is IP? I don't know. We'll see. Also, I'm curious who you guys are watching creator-wise and who you guys are listening to. So drop a couple creators and artists that you're listening to or following along with. I'm curious. So if you have a favorite, drop it in the chat. And then tell me a couple either Christian or even non-Christian creatives that you might be following, whether on YouTube or Instagram or whatever it might be, because I think there's a lot we can learn from outside creatives. So drop those in the chat, and then I want to share a little bit. After you drop those in the chat, I'm going to share a little bit about something that I'm learning right now from a creator. So drop the ones that you're following in the chat. Share the stream with someone that might benefit from utilizing their creativity for the kingdom, and we're going to continue to talk and hang out here.
I feel you around.
Yeah. So Stan said David Funk along with John Bellion. That's a great one. Yeah, David Funk is interesting. He's popping up all over the place, which I think is interesting. Mainly, also I'm curious how this sounds out there for you guys. All right. Oh, so you guys can actually hear me a lot more than the music. That's good. I didn't think that. So you're getting a lot more of me. Cool. I'm gonna go back here then. So John Bellion, David Funk. I think Bethel and David Funk are interesting to me because I'm trying to figure out what's happening, because I think Bethel is one of the industry leaders when it comes to like making Christian music and really innovating, but at the same time staying true to who they are as a community, as a church, which I really appreciate. But I'm trying to figure out like how they actually like send out artists, because it seems like David Funk was just a worship leader, and now they're sending him out to a bunch of churches, and he seems to be popping up more. So that's kind of cool for him. But I'm interested to see if that came out of Bethel, if that was like some pipeline they had, or if that was just him doing his own thing now. But yeah, he's so good, and also it sounds good for sure. Cool, yeah. And to answer your question, Stanton asked if this was a drum loop or if I played this. I did not play this. It is a drum loop, but I use Splice and all the other things that a lot of producers use. Sounds great. Cool. Yeah. As always, if you're interested in more of this stuff and learning more about how to steward your creativity well, I want to invite you to Flock. All the links are below, but I'm trying to partner with as many creatives as I can. That includes producing songs, mixing stuff, or even just helping you out with your marketing and putting a plan together to accomplish and kind of grow your ministry. So if that sounds like something you're interested in too, I want to invite you to join Flock. The links are below. There's free resources for you, but also mentorship and coaching, and I'd love to be a part of your creative journey. So just a quick plug there for that, but I did want to take a second and share a little bit about what I'm learning from a non-Christian creator, because I think sometimes as creatives, it's really, really easy to only look at Christian creators, but I think there's a lot to be learned from those on the outside. So I wanted to actually share with you a couple different things here on stream, because I think one of the things I want to do is to be able to highlight different like concepts that are taken from either the business world or the secular creative world, and then apply them to our ministries and our creative efforts as we try to push forward to curate a culture for the kingdom. And so one of the biggest creators known around, in fact, he's so big that Amazon has now done a show with him, is Mr. Beast. And so Mr. Beast is known for his editing. He's also known for his wild tactics, and he's actually gotten a lot of hate. In fact, some people say he's even changed the way YouTube operates because people just want to do the biggest, craziest thing to get the views. But I want to just take a step for a moment and just challenge that, and even bring it to the point of could we learn something from him? Could we take something from his obsession and interest in the human brain and attention and what they actually want and begin to try to steward that well as Christian creatives? So I want you to drop in the chat what you think about that. If you've heard of Mr. Beast, if you haven't, share with me some of your thoughts about what he does and the content he makes. But I want to talk a second about really just his intentionality. So there was a moment from an interview with Colin and Samir. And so Colin and Samir are these this podcast that I listen to. It's a great podcast if you're a creator and want to kind of understand the dynamics of the creator economy. And they did an interview with Mr. Beast about his recent Amazon show and all these things. And they showed the difference in the editing of the first 30 seconds of the very first episode of the Beast Games and the very first episode or the recent episode that premiered on YouTube that was promoting a very similar thing. So we had he did the Squid Games. So Mr. Beast kind of did a version of the Squid Games himself on YouTube. And then now he has his Amazon show, and they compared the first 30 seconds. And it is amazing to me just how different those two things were. And I think that's really important for us to really think about and lean into as creatives and as those that make things for the purpose of reaching out to others and really kind of spreading our message around. And so there's a couple things that I want to point out for those that are Christian creatives or even churches. So if you're a church or a ministry that's trying to think about how you can steward your resources better or even your creative teams better, I want you to take these tactics from Mr. Beast. So like I said, he's known for his meticulous editing, but one thing we can learn from that editing clip from the Colin and Samir show is just his attention to detail and adaptation for the way media or for the way that certain type of show is going to be consumed, right? And I think this underscores kind of the overall strategy and importance of tailoring your content to resonate with a specific audience in the way that they're going to consume it. Here's what I don't mean when I say that. What I don't mean is you change your art or you change actually what you make. Rather, you tailor for how somebody's going to consume something in a moment in order to better reach them and allow your art to actually form them in that way. So let me kind of share a story of what I mean by this. So one of the first churches I partnered with on a creative standpoint, we were trying to figure out a way to kind of highlight some of the culture within the church as a whole, especially as a small church, but one that was growing. And we wanted to kind of keep this same culture around, but use media in a way to do it. And so I suggested launching a podcast. And I know what you're thinking. A lot of people are like, we don't need another podcast. And in a way, you're probably right in some ways. But I think one of the things we need to think about is just how much media can play a role in our immediate congregation in the sense of telling stories. Because this wasn't just a sermon-based podcast like all of the others. This was a podcast that kind of highlighted the stories, the testimonies of what God was doing in people's lives in the everyday moment. And so I think this is great because for two reasons that churches and creative ministries or even you as an artist or a creative should think about ways in which you can kind of use media to kind of bring people more into your story. And so there's two reasons for this. The first being that it highlights the culture. Like it showcased the unique narrative within the congregation and within the people. But then also it added personal connection. It added faces to names and shared personal stories, fostering this kind of sense of community. And I'm always a big proponent of pushing names and faces to what you make. And because of this, it actually had an adverse effect in which people started to share with their friends, like, hey, my friend was on this podcast. And it actually began to have a wider impact. And in fact, this is another lesson that we can learn from the wild and crazy creator, Mr. Beast, is that stories and things that happen, the stories that we can tell can have a profound impact on beyond just our intended audience, right? And we've seen this for good and for economic for Mr. Beast, right? We've seen his philanthropy channel. He has a charitable organization, has delivered 4.5 million meals, it says, donated more than 5.5 million pounds of food and to those in need. He also launched a whole company off the back of this media that's over 10 million, has done over 10 million in sales. And then he launched Mr. Beast Burger on the side, which did 100 million in revenue just from December 2020 to July 2022. which is wild. And so I think this shows us that media has a greater impact on just the immediate context that it's created for even. And so you might be asking like, okay, aside from just like money and business, like what does this matter? Well, let me just give you a few ideas of how this might change your church or your creative ministry. Really, I think you can begin to think through how it can have impact on the stories and the community around you. How can you begin to steward your resources in such a way? And so I've talked to churches, and some churches have done this in community engagement when hosting concerts or events for your church. But what would it look like to train media people in your context to deliver these things in the creator economy in and of themselves? Like, you have resources. What if you begin to train your volunteer teams how to edit so that they can go out and begin to work in these? Bring on your youth to train them. I've served at churches. The church I'm serving at has programs like this. I think this is great for churches to think about because, again, it impacts not only the next generation, but the community around you. It's a way to bring the community into the church and what you're doing and provide a hard skill with resources that you already have and cameras that you already have. And just a great way to invest in creativity as well, to collaborate with artists and designers in the community to elevate the media of what you're doing at church. All of these are ways that we can use our resources to really have an impact in our surrounding community. And if you're wondering like what this might look like for you or for your church, I want to invite you to the links below. I'm going to have a 30-second survey that you can take that'll kind of point you to a next step for you in your ministry or you in your creativity in ways that I can partner with you to just kind of amplify that or even speed that process up. But last but not least, before we kind of move on and continue out with the rest of this, one of the things that we can learn is from Mr. Beast here is his meticulously fine-tuning in every aspect of his content, from edits to topics to thumbnails to titles. Like, he's always implementing small changes and intentional changes to enhance not only the creativity of what he's making, but the purpose, which for him is to grab attention and to keep it throughout the video, but for us to grab it and then to point it to something else. We can begin to take this attention to detail and this strict almost focus on what we do and provide structure. And so one of the ways that I do this and that I try to partner with creatives in doing this through Flock is through a 7-day jumpstart that I do with everybody that joins Flock Creators. So Flock Creators is a mentorship community that I do to kind of share just my process and what I'm learning. And inside of it, I have a thing that is called the 7-day jumpstart. So in this 7-day jumpstart, let me move this over here. I have essentially how you can take your project from beginning to end in a way that is honoring to your vision and to scripture and to community, but also establishes some sort of order, because sometimes it's just hard to get started and know where to go and to finish it. And so when you're really making those small pivots, you need to make those changes and provide that a little bit of structure. And so I wanted to make this up for those creators and those communities that join. And so I'm going to share just 3 ways right now that you can kind of get started in your creativity, even if you don't want to join Flock Creators. Just 3 ways. The first way is to set the vision, right? To define it, to even begin to tie it to scripture, because once you tie your projects to scripture, it begins to make it stronger. So write down maybe 1 to 2 scriptures that you're using to kind of lead your project and allow the authority of scripture to lead your project. And then that can also, you can begin to draw imagery from that for all the other purposes of spreading your messaging, or you can begin to write lyrics, right? Like what we were just doing here when we were applying it to music. But those scriptures should inform what you make and the whole why behind your project. So I think starting with that allows you a place to start from. Then from there, you build routine. You say, okay, here's when I'm going to work on it. You set up a weekly creative schedule. I've talked about this numerous times in a Maker and Manager block, so I won't right now. But doing that time and identifying that one time a day that you're going to be creating is going to really help you continue to foster it, even doing stuff like this. And when you do that, you also want to establish it and tie it to some sort of character. Again, we want to always do craft and character. And so identify another time that is parallel, equal to, or more that you're going to spend time in scripture weekly, daily. Because if you don't have that discipline, you're not going to have the discipline to have the actual endurance to run the race as a creative, because you'll burn out in the end. And then finally, strengthen those practices with community of the local church and strengthen it with some sort of like devotional or resource. And we have all of those available in Run Club for free, so that you can get them, so that there's literally nothing holding you back from investing in your creativity. And so those are just a few things that we can learn, just a few principles of creators that I'm studying and learning from to use my message and your message and kind of amplify that so we can curate a culture for the kingdom. So if you like that, I want you to let me know, and we'll make more stuff like this and talk more about that. But for now, let's dive back into the stream here, and I will open up where we're at. But yeah, and I think we even have a title for it now. Also realized on Instagram I lost a lot of people a little bit, but that's okay. Let me know what you guys think about that. So let's add it. Should we add a B section? We got a, let's see how long we've been going. We're at an hour 30. Should we add a B section? You tell me. Give me a like, share the stream, drop a comment. Because if not, I can go work on other things. But if not, we can definitely add a B section. Let's do this. Let's take this section. Huh. Yeah, we're going to throw that in there. For sure. Huh. I might have just lost that loop. There it is. I don't know why it's there it is. That's what I want. Yeah. And then we'll go to another. No, I want it to sound the same. I don't know why it's doing that. There it is. That's the one I want. We're just relying on loops today. How would that feel? Let's see. That's that's too hard. That's too much. That completely changes the whole song, but that would sound so tight. So just for the sake of doing it, we'll flip the beat because it's the what's happening is it because it's coming on the upbeat. It's sounding sick. Yeah, because it's like adding it on the bup. So maybe if we add another, don't do such a big turnaround there, but it sounds tight. It changes the. The guitar makes it lame, but that was tight. I might have to save that for later. Let's take out that turnaround. I don't know if that would. I could probably. I guess this song might just not have a chorus. Let's see. Let's come over here. Watching from lunch, but I'll be hitting some leads here soon. Just enjoying the listening to this vibe. Yeah. Then I will. You know what? Lunch does sound good, y'all. Let me do this. I am going to add just one keys section just to add a different vibe, and then I'll come build off of it later. And maybe on stream. Let me know. But let me drop, because I found a little analogs keys thing that I really liked. It was here. Medium amp. Ooh, suitcase? Ooh.
I'm coming. I'm going home. I'm going home.
Alright, let's duplicate this for a sec. I don't know if I like that. That's kind of like opposite vibe. actually, if we did that turnaround and did this one instead. Yeah. Yeah, now we just need that fill. Was it this one? No. That one. Yeah. Right at the end of it. Yeah, now we'll be able to... That should work. Nice. Why am I not? Oh, it's this one. I kind of like that, bringing it down a bit. And that transition was nice. So let's just copy it over. Nah. I kind of like it. Kind of don't. We'll see. But for now, I will check in a bit. But I will see you later next Thursday. Beans and Beats will be right here at 11:30 doing this again. Also, I'm always helping creators in Run Club, which is in the links below, along with Flock Creators. So go check out all of those. I'm trying to partner with as many creatives as I can, and one of them could be you and probably is one of you. And so I'd love to do that even more. And for now, I will see you next time. Later.